Welcome back, everybody. And I know this is my third VHS update in the past, in a little over a month, so here we go. We got another one. This is a VHS update for November 19th, 2015, in which earlier this afternoon, I went to Salvation Army and I bought 12 tapes there, so let's go ahead and get this started. Start off with the clamshells. First off, we got the 1999 VHS of Ants. And this is a CGI DreamWorks movie, one of the very first. Every Ant Has His Day. This is a 1998 film. And here's the spine. In the back. Very smart and very, very funny. Says, "Good Morning America." Joe Siegel, "Good Morning America." The late great Joe Siegel, "Good Morning America." Two big thumbs up, says Siskel and Ebert. The late Siskel and Ebert, that is. Features the voice talents of Woody Allen, Sharon Stone, Sylvester Stallone, and Gene Hackman. Rated PG, and it's 83 minutes. Here's the ink label. And the print date, December 19th, 1998. Printed 3 days before my third birthday. And my other clamshell I got is also a DreamWorks film, which this is the 1998 VHS of Small Soldiers. Smart, funny, and action-packed, says ABC Radio Networks. And I've only seen bits and pieces of this movie, and it is pretty cool. And Ants I've seen bits and pieces of too, and look pretty cool to me. Charming and funny, says Los Angeles Times. Yeah, this movie did look pretty funny from the Nostalgia Critics review, and for what I watched, I remember watching this on TV a few years ago. And this is directed by Joe Dante. Excuse me. And this is a DreamWorks movie, and Universal co-produced the film. Stars Kirsten Dunst, Gregory Smith, Jay Moore, Phil Hartman, Kevin Dunn, and Dennis Leary, Frank Langella, and Tommy Lee Jones. And this is rated PG-13. It is 110 minutes. Also stars Dick Miller, Robert Picardo, and David Cross. Ink label. Printed on October 12th, 1998. So yeah, I'm going to have to watch the whole thing of this sometime to see what I think, because it does look pretty cool. Alright, now onto the slipcovers. Starting off with the 1995 VHS of Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. Sex, clothes, popularity, whatever. Includes a bonus music video, "All Right" by Supergrass, from the movie soundtrack. 2 thumbs up, says Siskel and Ebert. Wickedly funny, says Kenneth Huron of Los Angeles Times. Alicia Silverstone is absolutely perfect, says Jeff Craig, a 60-second preview. Written and directed by Amy Heckerling, the director of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, National Lampoon's European Vacation. Rated PG-13, and it is 97 minutes. Here's the sticker label, end label. And it was printed on the 33rd week of 1996. And I've heard very good things about this movie, and I've also seen bits and pieces of it on like ABC Family and stuff. Next up is the 1998 VHS of Dave, with Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver, part of the Warner Brothers Hits collection. Ivan Reitman film. Hilarious fun. Dave wins a landslide of laughter, says Susan Wolozizna of USA Today. And also stars Frank Langella, Kevin Dunn, Ving Rhames, and Ben Kingsley. This is a 1993 film. Rated PG-13 for momentary language in a sexual situation, and it's 110 minutes. Ink label. Printed on February 24th, 2000. Alright. Next, you have the 1996 VHS of Grumpier Old Men with Jack Lemmon and Margaret, Walter Matthau, and Sophia Loren. This is the sequel to the 1993 film Grumpy Old Men, which I had that on VHS. And now I have the sequel. Still yelling, still fighting, still ready for love. The best comedy of the year, says Jules Pelmer of WKDM Radio New York. Here's the spine, there's spine. Top. And the back. And this, when I bought this, it was sealed, so. Better, funnier, and even grumpier than the original, says Joel Siegel, Good Morning America of ABC TV. Directed by Howard Deutsch, who directed The Great Outdoors. Also stars Kevin Pollak and Daryl Hannah. Rated PG-13 for salty language and innuendo, and it is 101 minutes. And this tape looks like it's pretty rare because it's got a vertical ink label. There's no print date or week and year code, so. But there you have it. There you have it for Grumpier Old Men. And next is the 1992 VHS of House Sitter with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. She came, she saw, she moved in. Yeah, that tagline alone kind of represents the Angry Grandpa video, Tina Moves In, the prank. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'd highly suggest you check that out. That video is hilarious. And also stars Julie Harris, Donald Moffat, and Peter McNichol. Whoop. Didn't mean to drop it. I see no film critique on here, but rated PG, and it's 102 minutes. And I just got some emails. That's why my other phone went off. There's the sticker label. And it was printed on the 51st week of 1994. There's one part of this movie in particular that I found funny, is where some lady comes up to Steve Martin and she says, "Hello," and then Steve Martin's like, "Oh my God." Riot. And next is the 1998 VHS of Lethal Weapon 4, the final Lethal Weapon film, with Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Joe Pesci, Rene Russo, Chris Rock, and Jet Li. The gang's all here. Once again directed by Richard Donner, who directed the other three films, and he was also the director of The Goonies. High voltage entertainment, fast, furious, and feverishly funny, says D.H. Sheehan of CBS TV. And this was released when Warner Brothers was celebrating its 75th anniversary. The other films I have from Warner Brothers' 75th anniversary are Jack Frost, Dennis the Menace Strikes Again, and I don't know. I think that's it, as well as this. Rated R for violence and language. And it's 127 minutes. So the longest film in the Lethal Weapon series. Here's the ink label, printed on Christmas Eve of 1998. And I heard the sequel is pretty bad, so I'll have to give it a watch sometime to see what I think of it. And next, you have the 1999 VHS of The Matrix with Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne. This is the collector's edition. Contains bonus footage. Special features after the movie includes 4 behind-the-scenes making-of documentaries. What is bullet time? Time-bending digital effects. What is the concept? Conceptual drawings translated into movie reality, and segments on the memorable kung fu fighting and lobby shootout scenes. Smart filmmaking gets strapped in for a brain-popping trip, says Richard Corliss of Time. Rated R for sci-fi violence and brief language. And the film is 136 minutes, the extras are 26 minutes, so I think that would be 162 minutes altogether. Yeah, I think so. Ink label, printed on April 3rd, 2000. And Matrix, I've heard a lot of good things about this movie, so that's why I decided to go ahead and get it. And right here, this is one of the best films of the early to mid-90s, and that's Pulp Fiction. This is the special collector's edition. Stars John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer, Maria de Medeiros, Ving Rhames, Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken, and Bruce Willis, with a number of 4 bonus scenes hosted by director Quentin Tarantino. Two thumbs up. A wild ride, says Siskel and Ebert. Rated R for strong graphic violence and drug use, pervasive strong language, and some sexuality. And 164 minutes. The movie's 154 minutes, but the extras are 10 minutes. There's the ink label, printed on November 9th, 2004. Alright, got 3 tapes left. Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. This is the special edition. Catch Her If You Can. Get ready to fall in love with Roberts and Gere all over again, says Mike Sidoni of ABC TV. Here's the spine, the other spine, top, and the back. Big laughs, great stars, says Joel Siegel of Good Morning America. Roberts and Gere confirmed their status as an eternal screen team, says Mike Sidoni of ABC TV. Rated PG, and it is 116 minutes. This is a Paramount film, and it was co-produced with Touchstone Pictures. Also stars Joan Cusack, Hector Elizondo, Rita Wilson, and Paul Dooley. Directed by Gary Marshall, who directed the Princess Diaries films. There's the sticker label. And it was printed on the 23rd week of 2000. Alright. Next up, 1998 VHS of The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. On the Air, Unaware. The Truman Show is a miraculous movie, says Newsweek. Heard a lot of good things about this movie, so that's why I decided to go ahead and get it. And plus, I like Jim Carrey. The Truman Show is a great movie, says Peter Travis of Rolling Stone. You've never seen anything quite like The Truman Show. Adventurous, provocative, even daring, says Kenneth Joran of Los Angeles Times. The movie of the decade, spectacularly original, says David Thornton of Esquire magazine. A breakthrough for Jim Carrey, says Time magazine. Rated PG, and it is 103 minutes. There's the sticker label. Printed on the 50th week of 1998. Alright, I'm going to have to show this last tape fairly quickly here. Waterworld. I'm just going to show it real quick because I only have 30 seconds of recording left. Don't have time to go into detail about it, but there's the tape. That's going to do it for this VHS update for November 19th, 2015, and I'll see you guys in the next video coming up in the near future.